Once upon a time, there was a little boy who knew the world. He had the answers for everything, even himself. He regarded himself as the wisest person, and lived so accordingly. Arrogant, confident, he believed there was nothing he didn't know. Well, one day, as a little boy was walking down the path, he stumbled upon something he'd never seen before. He had no idea what it was. For the first time in his life, he was stumped. He figured that since he knew everything, that this must not be real. It must be an illusion, for he refused to believe there was something out there, without him knowing about it. Puzzled, he went home. But to his amazement, this thing followed him home. He quickly locked the door behind him when he got home, but when he turned around, there it was. How did it get in here without him seeing it? He saw everything, so this just wasn't possible. "Who are you? What are you?" he shouted. But there was only silence. The little boy didn't know what to do. He didn't know what to think or to make of this thing. Questions began pouring in his mind, questions he'd never considered before, since he always had all the answers. Day and night this thing sat in his house, following him everywhere he went. There was no escaping it, no avoiding it, no denying it. It was there whether he liked it or not. He eventually became comfortable with this thing and even began talking to it. Before long, he even grew attached to it. He looked forward to it always being there, even though it said nothing. One day he found himself telling it that he loved it. He was surprised such words could come out of his mouth to something he knew nothing of. Well, the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, and over time he found he couldn't stop thinking about this thing that had captivated him so. He studied it, watched it, and wondered about it. He became infused with it until one day he became one with it. It was then that he knew what it was. It was truth.